All right. I believe we are live. Hexit, I hope you're here and awake. Tenchi, hello, hello. Chichio? Am I saying your name right? Chichio? Kikio? Sissio? Let me know if I'm if I'm butchering it. Otherwise, if I'm not, welcome everyone. Let me just set everything up as I always like to do. It will take a few seconds and then we will hit the ground running. Needless you, hello Hexit, thank you so much, and thanks so much for all the help earlier setting up that notification. I hope it worked. I actually really do hope it worked after all the craziness. I am not good with technology at all, so why don't we ooh, the first try is correct, Chichio? Okay, nice. Vizbot, hello. Yeah, community games are gonna start happening now that we're I mean, I think we're at 50, but it includes the 2 bots that I had to install. Richard, hello, thanks for joining. I know it's super late. I had to install those 2 bots, and I'm just checking Discord to see if it went. Oh, look at that, it actually worked on Discord. So if you're not if you haven't joined our Discord yet, feel free to do so. The message just went live in the live streaming tab. Although, like an idiot, of course, I added everyone instead of the live streaming group. So there you go. Okay, you know, 90% of the way there. So apologize to everyone who didn't want to really get that message, but whatever. Yeah, Hexit, I just saw that. Imran, hello. I hope you're not too busy with schoolwork. Let's take a look at the teams as I've been blabbing on, and a mule cart is coming under attack. Uh-oh. Our Georgian, who starts with a few free mule cart, might lose that mule cart very quickly. So before we even dive into the teams, I don't know why this is this. Let me get it back to the resources tab. Okay, let's take a very quick look. I'm gonna keep my mouse on the mule cart so we see if its HP goes down too much, and then we'll bounce right back to it. Timo, as we saw, the Georgians in blue in his pocket, while the Aztecs with chaos to win. I have to click on it, forget it. A Bunzu Halt as the Goths in orange, and on his flank, pulling in his first boar, we've got Richard as the Slavs in teal. Opposite of him, in a very tight little fit here, we've got Ganji as the Franks in his pocket. Firebeer, I love that name, as the Vikings in gray. Menunez as the Burmese in the other pocket, and Nolo as the red Ethiopian. Man, this mule cart has this mule cart is very cocky. The Wall, nice to see you. Oh, Hexit, I'm glad. I got a lot of flack for that, you know, surprisingly, not surprisingly, in the beginning of the channel. And so that's why I started introducing chapters into the videos, so people who want to watch it can watch it. People who can want to skip it and dive right into feudal can do that as well. Let's take a look at the map between red and, by the way, who's facing off against who. We've got the Ethiopians, the fastest foot archer, against the Georgians, who recuperate HP. Oh, by the way, this game is being played from the previous version. I have not yet installed the up-to-date version, so 2 notes for anyone watching live and anyone watching after the fact. Hello, Chris. The Georgians are staying with the 5 extra Manaspas for the +1 attack boost, and the Tatars still need Timurid Siegecraft for the exploding flaming camel. Or being pulled here. So let's very quickly take a look at the map, because it's a pretty damn simple map. Between our cavalry and our archer slash camel slash Shotel warrior civilization, we've got one avenue of attack that's still open, as Timo refuses to let red wall this off. To the south, between our Slav, so the heavy hitters here, Boyars, Frankish Paladins, let's see those two face off. That'll be a fun experiment to see who wins that battle. There is also one avenue of attack And then there's a weird kind of north-south corridor here in the center of the map between red and basically Team South. So Nolo is kind of screwed here. He's a little bit on his own, our Ethiopian. Luckily for him, does get 100 food and gold for free whenever he goes up to the next age. Although it does look like he already got Loom, and his deer have already been lamed. Oh, damn, okay. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up to the chat as well. Did I start playing multiplayer? The Wall? No, but we are starting to organize community games if you're on our in our Discord. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to say what kind of map you want. If you want Rage Forest, if you want Arabia, Nomad, etc., Haboob, whatever the hell you want, we'll organize it. But now that we're approaching 50 subscribers on that Discord, we are going to yeah, have fun playing those community games. Oh yes, Chris, you're right. I'm really upset that the Genoese crossbow... I was expecting the Genoese crossbow to get a Huskarl or Tarkin treatment where they can now be trained out of an archery range. Instead, they just made it a little bit faster. I think we need to see a lot more Ninja Turtles in the game. What does the new update have? So the Tatars will now have flaming camels, which are those mounted petards that have those big bales of hay. And by the way, I'm very excited for that change. So they can now train them in Imperial Age out of a siege workshop. What the hell is this? How many boars was Richard pulling? Only 3? Was this really necessary for 3 boars? Look at this. What the hell is going on here? So the Tatars now get those exploding camels for free in Imperial Age. I say for free, meaning they don't have to research Timurid Siegecraft. And those are going to be amazing because those come with a massive attack bonuses against camels, cavalry, and elephants. So the Tatars are going to basically be impervious to any kind of cavalry civilization. John Yang, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while on a live stream. He was having a hard time, yeah. It definitely seems like it. Deletes them all, so you can get a little bit of that wood back. Oh, sorry, I do apologize. I failed to notice that there is a bit of a north-south gap here in Teal. So Teal is isolated from his teammates. Very isolated. And so is Red. Which is probably why our Georgian is pushing hard into here right now. And they're probably going to be the last 2 players to go up to the next age. The Scout still has a little bit of HP. Just one more pick. One more poke of the horse's ass. Oh, Red doesn't notice. Now he's going to get him. There you go. Got the Scout finally. And now Red and Blue no longer have any Scouts. So that was the Tatars. And then the Georgians got completely screwed. They now need 7 extra Manaspas in order to get the +1 attack boost. The Manaspa trains a little bit longer, but they do start the game with 50 extra food, which is good because they used to start the game with a free mule cart, but 50 less food. So now they start with a mule cart for free and the normal 200 food. Our Aztec is a good civilization to have in the pocket. Oh, and by the way, that trick where you can build a house underneath the boar doesn't work anymore. Oh, and the Georgian cavalry regenerates at a flat 15% HP instead of 5, 10, and 15 in Feudal Castle and Imperial. So the Georgians got nerfed. The Tatars got buffed. The Italians, a little bit of a buff. And I forget, there was something with the Incas about the game not calculating the food discount properly. So the Incas' food discount now is for their Eagle Warriors specifically. I don't know what the hell was going on with the Eagle Warriors, but they're now going to be at the right cost. Oh, and then there's going to be new buttons introduced where you can garrison villagers, drop off resources. So again, to anyone joining right now, we are not on the new patch. Just because the patch is so new, there have not been any good Rage Forest games played. And so I am relying on the penultimate patch, I want to say. The one right before this one. I mean, what the hell is going on here with our Georgian? He thinks he's Spanish supremacy over here. No, he is a Dark Age Georgian who is nowhere close to going up to the next age. And now Menunez, our Burmese, has come in to help out. Might want to wall your villagers, and no, he abandons the castle. That is not what I thought was going to happen there. Oh, John, how come you've been so meh on Age of Empires? Did you run into a handsy Teutonic Knight? Teal so far is having a decent time of it. He's not really being pushed into, and he's got stone walls up. So Teal has kind of been left alone. Red, though, is having a hard time right up until now. Purple sends a few extra villagers. Oh yeah, Chris, you think the Italians need a buff? I think the Italians are pretty well balanced. It's the one food difference for the Incas? Yeah, it's something with their Eagle Warriors. The computer wasn't rounding properly, and so now it's going to be like, what, 21 food, 20 food, 19 food as it goes on. Yeah, Hexy, it is exactly like Black Forest, except it generates an equal number of lakes, I think. Rage Forest and Black Forest. We've been over this in this channel for a while. I don't remember exactly what. Oh, look at this. Nolo had enough. He had enough of Teemo's shit, and now he is sending a villager deep undercover. Although not really undercover with 5. I think this might be a little bit of overkill from our Georgian, idling 5 villagers just to get the one of his opponent. But we'll see what ultimately happens, as now an Eagle Warrior comes and all of these 5 villagers are basically useless. Villager dies, palisade deleted. And after all that, as we usually see on Rage Forest, so many shenanigans, so much going on, and ultimately none of it means anything. Oh, the wall. I can if it's between Teemo and Doubt. By the way, Yellow's sneaking this. I thought he was going to attack the boar for a second. Between Doubt and Teemo, I don't know who would be engaging in even in the biggest amount of shenanigans. We've got ourselves a Frankish cheap castle. The Franks got done dirty with the castle discount. That was about as classic as you can get in Age of Empires. A flat 25% discount. Now it's 15. Are Italians really that bad? Bottom tier? Really? Against the Civ that it's very hard to go cavalry or gunpowder against? What the hell is this? Aztec. What the hell? Okay, realizes at the last second, notices, and plugs the hole in the wall. I'm surprised that Italians are that far. Not a bad civilization. The condottieri is, or the condottiero is a pretty decent unit. We're entering that dead zone time of 20 to 30 minutes when the players start getting into Castle Age. They start building up their armies. It looks like it will be our Frank off the back of 1 town center and 1 castle, who will be hitting Imperial first before Teemo even has the resources to go up to Castle Age. By the way, how's everyone doing? If you're watching this and creeping in the chat, come say hello. We are a very friendly bunch. And if you're on Discord, join us in our Discord, because we are going to start organizing some community games. And believe me, you don't have to be that good. You don't have to be good at all. Unless there's some sneaky high elo players lurking in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Creep. Unless there's some sneaky high elos here. Should be a good balance of players. And we'll flush all those details out. I don't know how like T90 does it with the different elos of the players. I don't know if he like actively involves himself in the organization. And holy shit, our Slav wants nothing to do with the Frank. Okay, this is a huge waste of stone. No Mayans, so these stone walls are full price. Oh, Hexed, I wouldn't be so sure. What happened here? Purple put up a, our Goth inserted himself. And now our Aztec is pinging over here. Why? Because a bunch of petards have busted their way in. Now the Arambai, uh-oh. Accuracy of 20% is about as bad as you can get, but any projectile that misses does 100% damage. I'm not even... How the hell did they get that villager? How did they get that villager with 20% accuracy? Vizbot, whatever the community wants. I'm happy to host anything. You guys want 4-on-4s? If you guys want free-for-alls? Uh-oh, Nolo is getting revenge. He hit Castle Age and is plopping down a Castle Blue, realizes that these markets that he put up here were hurting him more than helping. And look at Blue. Look at Teemo, cool as a cucumber. He's getting castle dropped on the right. He's got a band of Arambi patrolling. They've already got 6 kills, 7 kills, 8 kills. And what is he doing? He's building town centers. Perhaps expecting the Aztec to help out? Aztec Monk, let's see how much HP you've got. 55. So 2 upgrades. Fervor and Sanctity. Yes, Needless Youth, thank you for reminding me. Everyone watching, do help me out with that algorithm that everyone on YouTube won't shut up about. Oh, the Shotel Warrior literally one-tapped that converted Arambi and hit that like button. Oh yeah, Richard, it is absolutely it's a suicide unit. It's a exploding camel. It's basically this guy, except instead of carrying barrels of what I'm assuming are... I don't know, what the hell is in this barrel? Gasoline? That's not very medieval. What would he have in these barrels, the petard? Instead of that, it's a bunch of straw on the back of a camel that lights on fire every time the camel moves. And this is where it becomes problematic for our Georgian, who is now completely isolated from his team, and our Aztec is making no effort to help. He's instead walling himself in. But here comes the Goth. He's an Imperial. I'm hoping for his sake, for Teemo's sake, he's got conscription. He's got... Oh, what the hell's perfusion? Gunpowder. The fact that 1,000 people replied gunpowder just tells me how stupid I am right now. Shwetang, nice to see you. I'm glad you could join so early in the morning. Some of that boom boom. I don't know why I thought it was a liquid. Maybe because it looks like a cask of ale to me. I thought maybe that's why it's a liquid. Our Georgian, Teemo, in the face of a huge attack of Shotels and Arambi, is building a castle at the same time. What the hell is this? 195 stone walls are here to greet the Frank. I mean, look, it's the Frank. It's going to take him a while to bust through that. Not the greatest of siege. Yellow wants nothing to do with this. The monks are still at 55 HP. No new upgrades for them. And look at this. Team North turns tail and runs the hell out of here. The one Georgian castle. I mean, so far, Teemo, baller of the game. But he's got a castle right in the middle of his base. He's having his stone teethed right from underneath his very nose. Yeah, it's got to be gunpowder. Sorry, I don't know why I'm... I don't know why I thought it was a liquid. Again, I think just because it's like a barrel, and for some reason I thought barrel equals liquid. The Great Wall of Yugoslavia. Let's see how many walls he's made, by the way. 230. And now the Trebs are here. Okay, but you know what? He's got some Viking Siege, and Viking Siege is pretty damn good. You know what's better, though? Slavic Siege at that 15% discount. And what is our Slav doing? He's going up to two-handed swordsman. So I'm assuming Druzhina at some point. For him, he is an Imperial. It is a ridiculously expensive upgrade, though. But, no, he doesn't have the... I was looking at the Vikings resources for a second, and I got really excited for our Slav. But forget the Slav, in come the Goths. Now, what sucks for the Goths, especially against the Rambi, is that they're missing the last armor upgrade for their infantry. Always a trade-off in Age of Empires. And look at the Trail of Dead Champions. As they chase, they try to get one, but not worth it at the end of the day. Our Ethiopian Tiefed. Oh, damn, he Tiefed almost half of the stone here. And now he's retreating, covering his ass with a wall. Still not much happening here to the south as Trebs and Viking Siege tries to bust its way into here. And now Gothic Siege is here. Where is the Aztec, and why does he only have 11 monks? Okay, he's going up to Imperial. So everyone is an Imperial except for... Interesting, except for red and purple on their team. And they're not even trying to go to Imperial. They're getting a bunch of upgrades for their units. Okay. Ooh, Greek Fire, that could be nice. Although I'd imagine they wouldn't be carrying Greek Fire on their shoulders. Although they probably wouldn't be carrying gunpowder on their shoulders either. Ooh, the Goth wants to keep these Aramba in position so that these Hunter Mangonels. Oh, they miss. That is a sour. That's a lot of shitty volleys out of our Gothic Onager, but it finally does get the Arambi. Oh, another one comes. Okay, better attack rounds there. And now the Goths with their progressive +3 attack bonus against buildings, now +7, are going to absolutely wreck. Oh my god, there's a bunch of villages repairing. The HP is actually going up. It's actually going up as the Arambi slaughter the Gothic champions. Oh my god, that castle was so close to going down, and he's also plugged up the gap in the forest, which is not really that great since there's already onagers here, so they can just create a new gap. But our Goth unsuccessful. You know what he is successful though, is getting our Burmese to waste a whole bunch of stone. And look at this, Hannibal style. If there is no path, I will carve one, says our Frank and our Viking. And here we go, petards carrying what we now know is gunpowder. It is a lot of walls, and at the end of the day, walls mean nothing in Rage Forest. After what, like the 30-minute mark? So our Slav has been completely overrun. Looks like his base Dunzo. I wanted to see Boyars taking on Frankish Paladins. Instead, I'm getting... Do they have area of attack? No! Basic champion. No, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong freaking unit. I am so sorry. Our Slav doesn't even have an army. He's sitting at 78 villagers. Okay, so the action used to be all to the north. Now it's split between the north and the south. Aztec monks. Now they're at 80 HP. So he's tacked on a few extra upgrades. At least our Slav escaped with a castle and 3 town centers, but I'm looking at his resources. Oh, is he gonna go up to Imperial? He needs 10 more gold. He's got 0 villagers on gold. He sold something. Now is he gonna go up to Imperial? He's got the resources, and he's got a castle, and yeah, but he's queued it up behind villagers, and he's queued it up in the forward town center. Why not queue it up in this one at the back? Things are looking as usual in Rage Forest, with one team pushing in through the south, one team pushing in through the north. Our Ethiopian has been dislodged from his base. Our Slav has been dislodged from his base. Infrastructure being left, so he still has, interesting, a university, a blacksmith, and a market. I can't imagine. Yeah, you're right. I can't imagine safety as a priority for the petards. Okay, he did get Bearded Axe. There's now a new avenue of attack being opened up, and this is exactly what I was asking. Why are you getting Imperial Age from this town center? That is such a bad move. Although, wait a second, the Trebs stopped firing. If they knew that this town center was researching Imperial Age, they would not be focusing on this Gothic castle. Is he gonna... Oh no, he canceled it. He canceled it, he restarted in the back. Why? Now you're not under attack. Although maybe, yeah, maybe with this. Maybe with this Viking... Oh no, oh no! Oh, flattened. And what the hell are 3 Manaspas doing here? They're gonna die very quickly to this infantry force out of our... Oh, they're going for the onagers. They think they can get it. They think they can get it. Throwing Axemen have other ideas. And say, not today. Let's take a look at what's going on around the map. What is under attack over here? Okay, just a wolf. So the attack to the north has kind of stopped. Our Goth has started to gobble up a few resources. Our Aztec, not very active with his monks at the moment, because he's pivoted south and he's got a bunch of Trebs and Siege, and he's going Siege Onager and Elite Jaguar Warrior. Where are his 10 Jaguars? They're here to the south. Okay, not a bad unit to have against infantry with their now plus 11 attack bonus. And with hand cannoneers? Is Team South going to push this back? They have a pretty badass army composition here. Hand cannoneers, jaguars, onagers? But if the throwing axemen can close even for a second, they will snipe these onagers. The problem is this is a choke point for green. Brian, nice to see you. And here we go. They push out. Orange is pinging here. Let's I'll keep an eye on those Arambi in the mini map. Not too sure what's going on here. A wall is being attacked. And look at that. They managed to push out. Where is our Viking all of a sudden? Where are his 49 champions? Do you see? I don't know why it took me here. I apologize. Okay, they're being streamed in. Are they up here to the north? Yeah, they're up here to the north. Oh, he's taking on the Goth. So you've got quantity for the Goth versus quality with 20% more HP for our Viking. But he's going to lose a whole bunch of these to conversions, maybe. Stalemate to the south. Ooh, somebody pay attention. Somebody pay attention. And now the Aztec siege is heavy. And by goes the Viking siege. Okay, they both have siege engineers, which is good. Trebs trying to zone out. The onagers, the Arambi. I mean, Nolo is still in Castle Age. Not surprising. He's got 67 food. Freedoom, nice to see you as well. Okay. Very quiet here, with the exception of one very Pervitin-filled Gothic champion. And here we go, the Slavs with their 15% faster farmers. They can spam Hussars all the livelong day. Absolutely no upgrades on these Hussars, though. So this is about as meat shieldy as you can get, meaning they are there to die. And is Team South going to do this? Are they going to push back? This is incredible. 1, 2, 3. The only thing missing here is the Georgian. And by the way, where is the Georgian? The Georgian has carved a path for himself through the north and is now reinforcing the Goth. And by the way, he's got 31 Manaspas, which means he attacks on a 19. Why 19 does he? Oh, because he doesn't even have iron casting. Aztec monks converting everything. 9 conversions so far. With 80 HP, man, oh man, can they heal each other up like nobody's business. Let's see the Burmese, their infantry get that progressive attack bonus, which means even with forging, he's at a +4. These are some interesting infantry civilizations we have in front of us today. Our Frank is being overrun. What is helping him? Only 17 champions. I need to see these Arambi in action already. They're just basic Arambi. Not even chemistry. At least get chemistry for these guys. Gothic castle under attack. Arambi retreat. Their Trebs are falling. How many Manaspas? Only 19. So he's lost his attack bonus. Actually, no, never mind. There's 2 up north. And more streaming in. Never you mind. No, they actually have lost their attack bonus. They're only at a +3 now. Aztec champion. Aztec monks. Aztec everything. Uh-oh. They should not be making it this far into the castle firing zone. The fact that they can take multiple volleys from a castle tells you how powerful the Aztec monks really are. Georgian eco count is insane. Let's take a look. Oh, 135 villagers. Yikes. We'll see at the end of the day if he is... oh, no. He is, we can see on the left. I actually enabled the tribute function in Capture Age. And our Georgian, by the way, is going to get Blast Furnace now, so his Manaspas are going to be fully capped out. The Slavic Manaspas finally have some armor, rather attack upgrades. They are fully armored. They're going after the villagers. No Frankish castle in my base, says Richard as his suicide squad. Does he see the other villagers? No, he does not. So, despite his valiant effort, what is attacking what here? Oh, there's one Gothic champion bites the dust. despite his valiant effort, there will be a Frankish castle inside that base. Oh, and by the way, look at this. Our Goth with those perfusion barracks. Remember that a fully upgraded Goth barracks trains units as fast as 3 normal barracks. They work 219% faster. And uh-oh, trade for Team North is now in jeopardy. But not the greatest of jeopardy, not with these champions. Now the Manaspas, they move as fast as a camel-ish. Or rather, as actually, yeah, a little bit slower than a camel. So they'll be able to catch the trade carts. There is no Hindustani here to boost their speed. And our Manaspa is laying claim to the Ethiopian base. As, oh man, finally our Viking has shown up. With 53 champions, but the Slav, why is he not going Druzhina infantry? Because he doesn't have the gold. I think it's the second most expensive upgrade. Now, what is he doing? He building more walls. Richard did not learn his lesson about wall building. What's the name of the guy from Game of Thrones who built the wall or the posts? Bran the Builder. We've got Richard the Builder over here. But as these Hussars died, this is all just the stalling tactic so that these Manaspas can catch the trade, kill the trade. Army counts are identical. Civilian population. Team North is starting to fall. They're 100 fewer than their opponents. And again, the Manaspa, the only unit right now in this game that can, except for the Hussars, catch the trade carts. Where are your Dramans? Why do you have 5 Dramans patrolling your fishing industry of 55? 55 is pretty good. 55 is pretty damn good. But the Viking finally catches up. Blue carved his way here again. And once he gets rid of this market, he is going to penetrate with how many? 15. 15 and 4. 19. I think he can go now. I did not expect the South. Oh, now it's pivoted back to seesaw this much. But the issue is without trade, Team North is not going to be able to survive very long. Not against the Goths, the Georgians, the spamming civilizations. What have these Arambai done, by the way? 44 kills. Where? They're trying to avoid. Oh, they're going to destroy these villagers. Oh, I love watching Arambai in action. Multiple shots. Multiple shots. Now go after the onager. No, maybe not. Red is finally heading up to Imperial. Oh, too little, too late for our Ethiopian. 4 on 4 is too chaotic. This is why I don't, Chris, that's why I don't cast it live. Constantinople's walls. That's funny. I want to see, I'm going to zoom out. I want to see how many walls are, 294 walls at the end of the day. So he's carved this off. And yeah, the Viking just penetrated, but unfortunately could not complete the invasion of the Gothic homeland. Now that our Slav has got himself up to speed. Let's take a look at the stats real quick, and then we'll jump to the next stage. Actually, let me catch up with the chat. Beshoy, hello. He never he did not. He never reached Imperial. Do pros do 2v2? I'm not sure. I'm trying to think if I've seen it. Actually, you know what? My video on Christmas a few months ago was a 2v2 with Hera, I believe. He did a 2 versus 2. Let's take a look at the stats. It wasn't the longest game. Champions and champions, our Goth and our Viking. Big surprise there. Biggest economy, big surprise there for our Goth. And it looks like our Georgian with that huge economy had the most trade, but the biggest donor here, the Goths to the Slavs. So Richard getting a nice little boost. Let's see, kill count. Yeah, not the highest kill count, 336. Most buildings demolished. The Viking. I'm surprised it's not the Goth. The Goth is, where's the Goth? Okay, so the Goth is a very close second. Only 7 fewer buildings demolished. And that was a fun game. They opened up a bunch of attack paths. Our Ethiopian tried to clog that up. And then our Goth tried to tear it down. All right. Ooh, we've got Memb. We've got a fellow caster in the game. Leopard LOL. First time in a live stream. Welcome, welcome. Istanbul, Constantinople, Byzantium. And then I'm sure something even before that. Let's see who's playing. We got teal, yellow. So this is kind of team... Let's call them Team Northwest and Team Southeast. Even though that might be annoying, but anyway. Let's see. You've got Timo as the Koreans in gray, in his pocket as the Tatars. Again, remember, we are on last version, so no automatic flaming camels for these guys. In orange by Imperio. ACCM, who again, I guess joined the My Insanity clan as the Burmese in yellow, and then in his flank, Ragi as the Khmer or Khmer in teal. Opposite those incredible scorpions and ballista elephants, we've got the Berbers. Uh-oh, Chris, we've got the Berbers by Shaw Money in red in his pocket. Memb as the Byzantines. Speaking of Istanbul, Constantinople, Byzantium, you've got Memb as the Byzantines. Krisibu as the Sicilians in that pocket. And I See You Scared as the Incas. That might be one of my favorite names. Not even a you're scared. I see you scared as the Incas. So everyone on that team is starting with a free llama. So the Incas are facing off against the Koreans. Okay. Better get that skirmisher out, I guess. And those Eagle Warriors with the extra armor. Khmer facing off against the Berbers. Power versus mobility and speed. And let's see, Lygos. Interesting, okay. Hexet is rooting for Mem. Ooh, so it's a double get for you there, Hexet. It's you like the guy, and he's playing as your beloved Byzantines. This map is a little bit uglier than the last one. We've got one avenue of attack to the south. The center is a labyrinth of various corridors. And then between Timo and I See You Scared is just one big open space. So the Berbers should have probably spawned here with all this open room for maneuvering. And the Incas probably should have spawned here with the choke points. But such is life and war and love and all that jazz. I love ACCM. ACCM, by the way, has a YouTube channel. You should all check it out. He, during competitions, I think like a few years ago, he went around and he videotaped all the big players, the Viper, Hera, and shows them actually playing as they play and watching them flip between screens and hit their keys and all that stuff is just super duper fun. Brian, you still haven't fixed your I key on your phone? Historic battle of Korean versus Mezzo. Yeah, exactly. The famous Korean Incan War of 1589. Okay, looks like we've got our first Borpal here by Mem. Let's see how our fellow caster does. So far, looking good. Took a little bit of damage to be expected when you're pulling 3 wild animals. So Mamba opting to go the route of attacking the villagers. Is he going to build a house? There you go. So that's another thing, by the way, that no longer works in Age of Empires, this housing trick. So in the current patch, which is the last patch, if you build a house or anything underneath a board, they just kind of they get stoned. They take a big hit, and then they just kind of look around confused and dazed, and they don't know where they are, what they're doing, and they kind of just lounge around. Now, if you do that with the latest patch, they'll actually go back to their ancestral hunting grounds. Bunch of scouts, 2v2 here. HP looks pretty similar. Ooh, the eagle is playing with fire. He's going to die very soon. And he does. Although our Sicilian scout has more HP than both of these scouts combined, I would have loved to see a 2v1 in that case. I think green would have still won that. He would have probably killed orange very, very quickly. Mem walling this off, adding a bit of housing to his civilization. As ACCM moves out, has claimed a lake. Very sour. Whose lake is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's Mem's lake. How sour is this lake spawn? This is ridiculous. Poor Mem. Literally everyone else. Literally everyone else has a lake. I mean, he's taking Green's lake. So I guess it's really poor Chrissy Boo. As Shaw Money, our Berber with that faster moving villager, he's here. He's trying to zone ACCM out, but ACCM already brought 2 extra reinforcements. And yeah, everyone's starting to take the lake except here. Teal is our Khmer, is the last one to be lakeless in Seattle. As yellow pings over here. I'm wondering why ACCM took this safer approach and didn't carve it up here, where he could at least get that gold. 2 scouts taking on a scout and a villager. Uh-oh. ACCM loses a scout. The board has just wanted a house. Yeah. That reminds me of the history of Canada, when people from England were told they would come to Canada in like the early 1800s, and they would everyone would get 50 acres and a mule. I think was the American version of settling the Wild West, but I think in Canada it was very similar. Moose pastures you would get. Deer goes down. Mem going back for more. And look at this, our Inca. Oh man. I see you scared, is making his opponents very scared. Is he firing at the wolf or the villager? Probably the villager. Takes the high ground, misses. So an interesting chase developing here. This villager, will he survive? How far away is he from his town center? Why isn't he going to the town center? You're being chased by archers. Although the archers give up, will the wolf give up? The wolf is not faster, and so that is done. Oh, he tried to he tried to stone the wolf. And there's your feudal age army power right there. That villager survived. This villager, where is he? Survived. There he is with his little tiny bit of HP. Mem now walling this area off as well. Poor Mem, he has to wall off everything. Wonder why I didn't go forward. These Incan archers, they're trying to get something done. Their food discount means nothing for them. Yeah, that villager actually did survive. With like 1 HP, I think. Where is he? Where are you, Mr. Villager? There you are. You gotta be 1 HP, right? Yeah, 1 HP. Go hang out inside that town center a little bit longer. Heal up a little bit. Brian the villager. Why, you feel like you have 1 HP? Imagine you love Age of Empires so much. Somebody asks you, hey, why are you so quiet today? Are you tired or something? And you just tell them, nah, I'm not. I've got 1 HP left. Just not feeling it today. Our Korean. Not a turtle ship, but a galley. Getting a second fishing ship. Might want to get a second galley here if he wants to delay this dock. He's got a villager here to the right. Not too sure what he is going to accomplish. He can't really reach the dock. And our Inca is going to be so annoying. Look at this. 1, 2, 3 town centers for our Sicilian. Why the hell not? They build them twice as fast. Our Inca is still here. Out of his entire team's 10 army count, 8 of it is right here. And now he's building now he's building fire ships. Fire galleys, rather. Memb is going to be under attack very, very soon by the Burmese. Although I think he saw the move out with his scout, who, by the way, is trapped between a bunch of palisades. How the hell did they get that fishing ship? Faust, which city in Italy is that? Oh, not too sure what you're referring to. That's you after Woodstock 99. After Woodstock 99, I imagine everyone there was the boar who had the house built underneath them, just kind of standing around, confused, tired, lethargic, probably wanting to go home and order some kind of pizza. Lungs aching. More fire galleys. Our Korean needs to do something about this, as Mem needs to do something about the castle, and what he's doing is walling himself in. Not bad. Arambai are not going to be very quick to get that wall down. First you get the boar, then you build the mill, then you get the food, says ACCM as he guns down his first boar. 2 docks over here. Where, by the way, are the purple villagers that were here constructing this dock? They're still here. They're walling himself in or out. I'm not too sure what the game plan is here for purple, our Inca, as he's rushing up to Castle Age, the last one on his team. Teal, what do you want to get done here? Memb, double wall off. Hexit, thank you so much for joining, and again, thank you so much for patiently helping out with the notification for the stream, even though, of course, like I told you, there always is a 50-50 chance I will screw something up, and that is exactly what happened, and it notified everyone as opposed to the live stream people, so I'll take care of that before the next stream. But I'm glad the 2 components worked separately. Now I'll make sure that they work together. But again, do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Faust, I'm still wondering what city in Italy you are talking about. Just because anytime somebody mentions Italy, my fat mind immediately goes to pizza. What the hell is what is Purple doing here? What is he expecting to find? An armada? He's going up to 6 warships. Keshik, hanging out. Already has 1 kill, so generated a little bit of gold for his coffers. ACCM continues to spay and neuter his wild boar population. Uh-oh! The only unit in Castle Age that can cut through a forest did exactly that, and now our Berber... Now our Berber's in a little bit of trouble. Although with regenerating camels, they might have... might stand a chance here against this cavalry army out of the Kamai. Chichio, it's maybe I missed the first message. Is he oh, you're asking about this? Sure, Palermo is just fine. I have a friend from Palermo. Keeps telling me I have to go and try the food. Like I said, anytime I think of it about Italy, I just think immediately my mind goes to anything and everything that has carbohydrates, red sauce, and cheese on it. Oh my goodness. Okay. So our Inca, instead of developing his own fishing industry at home, has just decided to lame the Korean fishing industry. And by the way, the berry gathering, which is a very sourly place, but little does he know, or actually he does know because he had those archers here, that our Korean has already gotten a lake up there as well. Ooh, that's how you deal with a ballista elephant. You convert it, you turn it into one of your own, and we've got more petards. I don't think I've ever seen this many petards in a game. Teal is pinging over here. Huge Y. What does he want? What does he want from ACCM, who is trying to bust into Mem's base? What is our Byzantine doing? Hexit, I hope you're still here lurking, looking at what the Byzantine is doing, because right now, he's building a barracks off campus, and I don't know that he necessarily has anything planned for this. Mem, he's got a couple of scorpions. They are heading down here to help with the ballista elephants. Okay. Or maybe to help with the Arambi. Let's see how all of that shapes up. I really am curious as to how much our purple Inca is going to invest in this attack here to the south. Somebody just died here as our Korean wants to bust his way out. Oh, look at that. We're teleported to minute 3 of the game, where villagers are attacking villagers. Why? Because neither player has any land-based army. Our Korean has 2 galleys. Our Inca has 4 monks. I don't know exactly where they are. Eyes are firmly fixed here, where Memb is now retreating, creating a wall off in red. A mass exodus of Berber villagers are heading. What are his resources like? Holy shit, Shah Money is baroque as a joke. He doesn't even have enough resources to sell them if he wanted to. I mean, what the hell are you gonna do? What are you gonna build? You can't build anything. You can't even drop off these resources. What the hell is Shah Money going to do right now? Somebody's gonna have to send him some tribute. A light cab. Interesting. Chrissy Boo is here with that Sicilian siege. See what he gets done with it. I'm more curious as to what the hell the plan is here for Shah Money again. Okay, somebody sent him a little bit of resources. What is he building? What is he? A lumber camp. Okay. A lumber camp is a pretty smart move right now. What is attacking the castle? Something's attacking this castle. No, it's just my imagination. The castle is attacking the market. Our Korean finally has a castle up, finally getting those chunky war wagons out. But they're heading north to deal with the Sicilian. Oh, he can garrison inside the ally town center. I mean, this is a lot of lumberjacks. He's gonna... Okay, somebody sent him 100 stone, so he's gonna be able to rebuild a town center fairly quickly. And the good news for them is that Team Northwest isn't really pushing in anymore. They kind of left these resources. Okay. Why not? Oh, no, this is not good for Memb. He's gonna get pushed into... So the attack was successful, and then it kind of just stopped. Let's see what Teal is doing behind this. What does he have? Where are we looking? 60 villagers. He's in castle. He's got barely any resources. Those villagers on farms just collecting slowly, and oh, very sour here. Our Tatar Imperio needs to start helping his teammate out. What is he going for? Cav archers? Yeah, heavy cav archers. Husbandry, leather archer armor, bloodlines. We know exactly what that means for him. Remember the Tatars get Parthian tactics for free, so these halberdiers are basically dead meat. Another castle being placed here by our Sicilian. Our Sicilian from Palermo. Markets going up, and our Berber is very wood rich. And now he's even taking the gold from the Sicilian. Might as well moved up here to the north and tried to take some of the gold from the Korean. But oh, the Korean preemptively, or rather prematurely, sorry, moves in. The cav archers aren't here yet. He's going up to 13 of them. They are coming. They are still one upgrade away from armor and attack. I don't remember if I saw him getting silk armor. Chris, you're back. Just in time to see the Berber exit his base, plop down 2 town centers. It was very dicey there for a second. And Memb, our Byzantine, is going crossbows. We were talking about Italy. We were wondering what city this would be for our Sicilian. And we settled on Palermo. With crossbows in a castle, Memb has pushed us back. Remember, this is a Byzantine castle, an Imperial. So it comes 40% fatter than usual. Georgians arrived at your hotel at 2 a.m. Uh-oh. That can't be good. Brian, I think they go random. And now our Sicilian's in a bit of trouble. There's 18 Tatar Cav archers here. They are what looks like fully upgraded. Now the villagers building the donjons are in trouble, but why is nothing dying here to these Cav archers? Oh, because he got converted. Our Inca, not the greatest monks in the world, but so far getting the job done here as the push continues. Yeah, Vizbot, I think so too. And our Tatar retreats. He's got to run away. He can't deal with these onagers. You are not exactly Turkish Cav archers with 100 HP. And our Sicilian must be very happy to just throw away more and more of these halberdiers. Do they have... Oh my god, my clicking is so shitty. Yeah, they have block printing. What the hell happened there? I'm still surprised that our Berber base is not really being pushed into. What is our Khmer doing? Oh, baby Kameyuks. Oh, what a fun unit to see in 4-on-4s. These badass units. Elite ran by redemption for our Burmese. As he comes under attack, Mem now brought his arbalest. He brought his crossbows 25% cheaper. He's got 23 of them. Bombard cannons, and here comes that Byzantine ability to just clog up every single avenue of attack with units non-stop. Although Mem, it looks like he is housed for a second. And look at this. I really am failing to understand the game plan for our Khmer. He's 3 seconds away from Imperial. He did a lot of work to bust in here, evict our Berber, and then these resources are still here. No follow-up. And now he's walling Memb out. Cav archers cannot let the Kameyuks close on them, but here come the Tatar Hussar. The Tatar Hussar. Remind me if somebody in the chat... Berbers... Not the Berbers, the Tatars, the silk armor, that applies to their Hussars as well, right? It gives them the +1/+1. I mean, this is a pretty badass army out of our Tatar. Yeah, I think silk armor does apply, but still, all the silk armor in the world is not going to help you against a freaking siege onager from the Sicilians. Obi-Wan, greetings, greetings. Thanks for all the cool comments. Chris. Well, the Berbers got evicted. And to be honest, based on what our Kamai has here, I think the Berbers can retake this very, very easily. This is not exactly a well-defended or well-garrisoned base. A couple of fire galleys, a castle, there's nothing here. What the hell is our Kamai doing? He came out really strong and then kind of stopped. Uh-oh. Oh, here's what he's doing. Oh, silk armor does apply to Hussars? Okay, that's what I figured. +6 attack against spearmen means that these green halberdiers being led on a chase here to the south are going to die very quickly. Let's move in and see how Memb is doing. Memb has demolished 2 Burmese castle. He hungers for a 4, 5, and rather a 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. But our Burmese is getting siege engineers, so he's going to be able to outrange these Byzantine Trebs in a minute. And Mem's archer army is not ready for the Kamai Hussars with 6 pierce armor and the Arambai follow-up. The Arambais need to focus on these Arbalests ASAP, and they do. Mem is about to get overwhelmed right now. We've got 2 siege onagers. They're not going to really do very much against Hussars. And what an absolute sour turn of events for our fellow caster, who loses. Is his castle going to go up? Oh my god, is it going to be a doubt castle? 86, 87, 88, 90. Oh, there's one villager working. Oh, and he got stopped. Oh, Mem's castle stopped at 92%. Mem gets doubted. To the north, more and more Sicilian infantry. I mean, Chrissy Boo is definitely following some kind of game plan here where he's just spamming endless numbers of halberdiers. Our Inca, upgrade-wise, fully upgraded as well. But now he's running into gunpowder from our Korean. Uh-oh. Not good. Mem, I don't know if he canceled that castle. It looks, it doesn't really matter at 90%. You're getting 65 stone back. Oh, Mem is just going to get overwhelmed right now. Teal is pinging. Okay. So the Hussar transition seems to be working. What is our Berber doing to help out? He is adding 1 spearman. Okay. Hero spearman for Team Southeast. Chichio, you think it's GG? It definitely, it's a 4-on-3, so anytime you have 4-on-3, it's definitely looking bad. But they're holding here to the north. There's bombard cannons, there's hand cannoneers, which the Incas, like all Meso civs, are going to struggle against. And here you have a bunch of cav archers. So you've got meat shield versus meat shield, except one side has a bunch of cav archers and the other side has nothing. Yeah, that would be funny. You know, the Age of does Age of Empires have an accomplishment when you get a castle up to like 99% and then you all your villagers die, the doubt accomplishment? I feel like it has something like that. Or maybe I'm just maybe I had a dream. Oh my god, our Khmer does it again. He does it again with that freaking elephant unit. And now now he's pushing even further. Now the back of Mem's base is in trouble. This one beast of a unit, although needs to keep going if he wants to keep cutting all the way. Yeah, realizes he didn't get the job done. There is one, right? Yeah, I figured there was. I remember seeing something. And now it's looking bad. If things weren't looking bad for Team Southeast before, they're definitely going to look bad now. Their civilian population is ahead. Their army count is dropping, and now the trade carts have to reroute all the way over here. Are you kidding me? Where is this guy going? Where is this guy going? Okay. Oh, yeah. Things are not looking great here. Uh-oh. And now the Tatar has to back away. You do not want to F around and find out against Kameyuks. Although at some point you do have to stop kiting and actually pick a fight. Oh, you got it against AI, Brian? That's awesome. Oh no. Does he have Timurid Siegecraft? He does not have Timurid Siegecraft. Oh my goodness. Exactly, Richard. They put 2 coins on his eye. What the hell was the name of the ferryman? Oh, I hate when this happens. It's late in the day. My brain isn't working. What the hell was the name? Chauron, right. Okay. Arambai are absolutely having their way with Mem's army, who is moving forward with skirmishers, pikemen. So Mem is again doing that Byzantine thing where he just throws the kitchen sink at his opponent and pushes him back. There are just a few civilizations in this game that have the power to do that, and this ballista elephant, will he finally die? Will he finally die? He finally dies. But has the damage been done? Donjon's going up will secure the back of the Sicilian, back of Palermo. But Mem's push is eventually stopped. The Kamai reinforcing. Now they're adding a castle. Tell me they're going, okay, finally. Hussars be damned. Looks like our Tatar has been knocked down to only 26. Cav archers. Carante does sound more... Chris, that must be in Italian, right? I mean, the Sicilian game plan is very interesting. He's just spamming halberdiers and hoping to land some good shots with these onagers, but he's only got 2 onagers. I don't know if this is really a game plan at all, but look at the freaking Burmese army. 7 bombards, 5 trebs, a whole bunch of villagers to follow up. Why? He's got 855 stone. Who the hell just hit Imperial? Our Berber Chris just hit Imperial Age. Something that was missing last game. Italian, Latin? Okay, cool. Caronte. And to be honest, this push has kind of stalled out. But our Korean, he's been knocked down to 1 hand cannoneer. Oh, that is so sour. No, hand cannoneer's walking a gauntlet of death here. What the hell? Where the hell was he going? I always wanted to learn Latin when I was younger in high school. I had a friend, we really did want to learn Latin, but then actually, you know what? Never mind. I was thinking, but he learned ancient Greek instead. Classical Greek, not classical Latin. Our Berber Sicilians have stabilized. Would love to see maybe a wall here. But look at this. Memb is just reclaiming. Oh, there's a wall right here. Okay. So Memb has reclaimed the land for himself, and now these Berber camels are bringing 82 gold each, and he's got 41 of them, so 3,200 gold, 3,300 almost every single round trip. I wonder if he's helping his teammates. Our Berber is going pikemen against these ballista elephants. Those pikemen are going to last about exactly 3 seconds. Oh, Kamai notices the onager, goes straight for it. Arambai, are they elite? Yes, they are. Do they have chemistry? Yes, they do. And these trade carts that are clogging, that are going through these narrow alleys, are just going to get absolutely destroyed. Ballista Elephant also fully upgraded. Not exactly the most powerful unit, but man, is it annoying. And now our Incan, do they have fabric shield? Yes, they do. 10 pierce armor on this unit. This is a Huskarl against the unit that attacks on an 11. Really? I'm surprised there was a lot. I love that these 2 trebs, by the way, are in the firing range of the castle. Actually, no, what the hell am I talking about? What were the trebs firing at? I thought they were firing at an enemy castle, but they were firing at something else. Elos pinging over here, and this is now bad news bears. Now it's starting to smell like a GG. I'm surprised the scores are so low. 15,000, 13,000. But now it's starting to look like real trouble here for Mem. His army count is at a 14. He is not going to be able to stop the tide of these ballista elephants. A decent attack round there out of our Berber. Pikemen do surround the Hussar, but now you're fighting an Imperial Age unit with a Castle Age unit, which almost never works out that well. Our Korean is running away, establishing a new base, Timo. Our Tatar has failed to stop the 2v1 here. Our Korean, by the way, what the hell? He invested in ships? What? Why do you need these ships? I mean, I guess this is why he still has this base here, right? I guess the cannon galleons are enough to zone out. And how cocky were the Incas that they built a market all the way here? And Red's camels returning home with how much gold? Gotta be more than 82. Yeah, 102. Man, what a fun game. But the Berber, I'm really surprised. The Berber still had a lot of infrastructure here. He must have seen that nothing was being done in his base. And he went full eco, as opposed to having some kind of army, some kind of even elite skirmishers with some kind of protective wall or houses, or even pikemen, even spearmen, doesn't matter. Even elite skirmishers here would have been, or genitors even, would have been enough to reclaim this. So I'm really surprised that Shah Money didn't go for this, as I'm surprised that our Tatar held for so long. 140 Aram by no surprise there from our Sicilian, absolutely spamming the hell out of those halberdiers. Our Tatar with the biggest economy, most trade for our Berber. This is funny. And our Berber actually only got 2,500 resources. He actually gave out just as much as he received. And our biggest donor was the Burmese to who? The Korean, to keep those hand cannoneers coming. Can't see kills being too high in less than an hour game. 516 for our Tatar. Of course, with the Cav Archers facing the never-ending spam of Sicilian halberdiers. A Bolivian navy. Shretang, you were Team Roggy? All right. Well, Roggy pulled some fancy moves here with all of these forest cuts with that ballista elephant. Always have to be aware that that ballista elephant can do that kind of shit, especially in Rage Forest games. And then we're going to do one more. I want to pick a Valis game. We haven't seen a Valis game tonight. What's the first Valis game I see? Okay, here we go. Ooh, Valis with a Rambai. With Burmese. So we're either going to see about 1,000 Arambai or 1,000 battle elephants. So yellow, red, teal, and purple. So now you're Team Southwest. Bear with me, guys, as I just change a few letters here and there. Oh, Richard, I hope nothing with the stream. As Duck Duck Mother Goose over here, let's take a look at the teams in a second. I just have to catch up on chat. All right. Let's see what we're working with here. Chaos as the Japanese in yellow. In his pocket, ACCM as the Franks. Okay. I want to see about 1 billion Frankish Paladins out of you. Nolo this time as the Burgundians, and rounding out Team Southwest more as the Koreans. Timo as the Teutons in blue in his pocket. Dr. Cosmonaut as the Malians. Menunez as the Celts. And as I wanted to see a Valis game, Valis as the Burmese in green. So Burmese on Japanese could be a potentially very interesting matchup. Let's see. I'm assuming Chaos Twin is going to go complete Yasama Towers. And to the south, we've got the Koreans facing off against the Teutons. Always love to see the Teutons. An absolute brawler civilization. They are just designed to get up in your face and just knock you out and take a beating. But to the south, looks like the one avenue of attack that's cut in half has been walled. To the north, avenue of attack is in the middle of being fought over, and then the one to the south has not been claimed by either player, neither teal or gray, sending any villagers forward. So as Valis and Chaos to Win fight and live and die over the northern passage, the southern passage remains completely open. And let's see what happens here. Chris's Team Teutons. Well, you can't really take a sample size of 2 games. Now you're starting to sound like me when I say, if I say this villager is going to go left, he's going to go right. Vizbot, good luck. Hope you get a fantastic mark. Or whatever mark it is you want or need. Burmese Ballista. Britain Longbow, Chukanu, Manaspa. Oh, the wall. There's a lot of those. The composite bowman. Chris, you saw today's video? I mean, I saw your comment, so you must have seen today's video. Yeah, skirmishers are just not... there's a couple of units that skirmishers just don't do well against, even though on paper they should. Myra, nice of you to join. How are you tonight? Like, I remember getting into a, I don't want to say argument, because argument's not the right word, but like a discussion with somebody about skirmishers taking on conquistadors. And again, on paper, what the hell is going on here? Where is Gray sending this villager? Oh, to the lake. Oops. But I was discussing with somebody, like, on paper, conquistadors should melt to skirmishers, but the conquistador packs such a punch, and the skirmishers have such shitty HP that they don't. And the same is true with the composite bowman. Anything that can get rid of HP well kills a skirmisher. You feel better now? Good. Well, I'm glad you're recovered and joining us for the live. Although I believe this might be the last game of the night, as Dr. Cosmonaut, whose name we love in this channel, is pulling his board, but he's got to get that scout there. He's got to get that scout. He is still pretty far away from his town center, and he can only take one more poke. So he's got to be very careful. Let's follow along on this journey. The spirit video. Oh, Myra, that's so sweet. Garrison, garrison, garrison. Okay, garrisons. Somebody might want to attack this boar. Somebody might want to attack this boar. There you go. I really like the fans that I've, what's the word? Gotten? Attracted? You guys are all awesome. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, he's leaving 3. I thought he was going to do a 5 boar pull. Chaos to win. By the way, my most popular short is Chaos's chaotic Noah's Ark boar pull. So I always have high expectations for this player. Chichio, have a fantastic night. There is somebody doing donuts in my parking lot. Again, I don't know why my building attracts these people. Earned? Thank you so much. I hope I have. I absolutely hope I have. Although I'm having the time of my life with this channel. Oh, this board didn't get the memo. This board didn't get the memo. I think you have to build a house underneath him too. No, maybe not. Okay, never mind. I got very excited there for a whole lot of nothing. As a Teutonic scout absolutely kills the Korean run. By the way, remember the Teutons, this is as good as it gets for them. This is about all they're going to get in terms of the light cavalry line. So I'm not really expecting to see a lot of scouts. Great. Leaving this part of the map completely open. Now walls this part of the map. Our Teuton making no effort to wall anything. I guess maybe relying a little bit too much on possible tower defense with those extra garrison space, or that extra garrison space. Valis is hanging around. Okay, so we're entering feudal age as more and more players click up. Red has snuck in a scout behind enemy lines. This was, of course, for that dock. Is the villager still here? Yeah, she is. Hard to see, though. Okay, doesn't want to get housed, our Celt. As our Teuton tries to bust out of his settlement, but against stone walls, you are not going to accomplish very much. Brian, what are envueltos? Oh, Myra, you like today's game? Or today's video, rather? Yeah. Well, if you like new names, you'll love tomorrow's video. I'll give everyone one little spoiler. It involves Mr. Yo playing as the Malay. So a very chaotic player with a very chaotic civilization. Look at this. Look at the risk taken by Valis here. He notices the scout is at weak amount of HP. This is why I love watching Valis games. This is why I think he is the best team player of Rage Forest. Maybe even one-on-one. What a bizarre place for a barracks by this blue villager. What a bizarre place for a barracks out of our purple Korean. Baba Oram. He's a really good player. And the fact that he named himself after the pastry that he likes is even better in my books. Anyone who loves food is just an immediate rock star. What the hell? How is this scout surviving? What the hell is going on? How did he kill that other scout? Valis' scout. Now Valis is moving forward. Okay, he wants to get this scout. He wants to get this scout. The scout knows it. And now Valis' villager's under attack. He's gonna notice. Oh my god, he missed an opportunity. He missed an opportunity. And now his scout, his villager's gonna die. Oh, look at ACCM microing this. Oh, but the horse's ass gets poked one too many times. And there we go. So very dead villager being chased by kind of dead villager, being chased by kind of less dead villager, as these three little girls from school are heading south. And let's follow along and sing any song you know from the Mikado. Feel free to sing it right now. And now we're chasing a different direction. I love this. Okay. Not exactly the most high octane chase we've had in this channel, but an entertaining one nonetheless. And Valis. I mean, like I said, there's several players that I like watching on Rage Forest just because they do fun and cool and weird shit like this. But now she's dead. No, maybe not. No! Turned around. She could have turned around. She could have turned around and killed. Villagers attack on a 3, and this guy has 3 HP. Oh, Valis could have killed this scout and still run away. Or maybe he would have, his villager would have died as well. In any event, the chase ends. The villager dies. And now our Korean, who somehow has snuck in a stable behind enemy lines, is here, but not really much that more can do because the Teuton has spearmen out. So they instead go after a solitary spearman. One of them dies. And the Korean is done. Has our Teuton, by the way, seen the stable? Yes, he has. Our Celt. 2 extra town centers for him. Valis now places a big fat Burmese castle. Oh yeah, no Arambai, or at least one Arambai tells me let's see some Burmese elephants. Man, can the Burmese elephants take an absolute beating. Our Teuton wants to get the villager. Gets her. That house isn't going up anytime soon. So our Koreans' foray behind enemy lines ends. Although maybe not. Maybe not. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Murder, suicide. I love when shit like this happens in Age of Empires. And now he's just trying to mess with our Teuton. Now he's just trying to get into garrison villagers, get idle time. Oh, but you can't leave your mangonel undefended like this. The scouts are going to move forward. Your spearmen better move real quick. You know that scout is going to head straight for that mangonel. The spearmen peel off. Mangonel moves towards them. I love that move out of Timo. A lot of people would run away with the mangonel. No, he moves it forward towards the spearmen. Arambai getting zoned out by Japanese monks. Speaking of Japanese monks, has anyone been watching the Shogun movie TV show? The violence in Feudal Age is very special because the units are so weak and they all counter one another, and so there's a lot more maneuvering and finesse than I originally thought, and it's just always so satisfying when you can finally get a kill. That being said, massive battles in Castle and Imperial Age are also hold a hold a special place. Chris, I don't know. That's what I'm asking the chat. Cinematically, the trailer that I saw and the few very random clips on YouTube Shorts that I've seen, it looks like a very well-made show. It looks like an absolute amazing show, and it has one of my favorite, I mean, he's kind of stereotyped into these, or typecast, I guess is the right word, into these kinds of roles, but Hiroyuki Sanada. I don't know if anyone knows who the hell I'm talking about. Look him up, Hiroyuki Sanada. You'll know him by his face. He played in so many movies. He's such an amazing actor. All the way from, I want to say Shanghai Noon when I first saw him. But I just love anything with him. He was in Last Samurai. He was, I think, in Inception. No, not in Inception. That was Ken Watanabe. Yeah, Obi-Wan. It's on your list. It's on my list as well. I've added it to my favorite. Golden hues on buildings. Richard, I think I missed. It's possible it's upgrades being researched. Sometimes capture age does show like a bit of a aura. Myra, you've been burned out by modern shows. I absolutely agree with you. I am now very steadily rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What the hell are these mangonels doing? I am slowly rewatching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia in anticipation of the next season. And they're still stuck on attack rounds? No, okay. Monk will die? No. I've reached season 6. So I've got 10 more seasons to go. Shuatang, definitely check it out and let us know if it's any good, because I have added it to my list and it just looks so well made. Fryren. Can't say I've heard of that show. Oh, needless, you're a fan of Always Sunny? I forgot how much they yell at each other in the earlier seasons of It's Always Sunny. In the later seasons, now that they're all old, Danny DeVito's old, all the cast members are like in their 50s or 40s or 50s, whatever age they are. They're kind of more mellowed out. They're still vile and gross, which is hilarious. But I forgot how in the earlier seasons there was so much shouting and screaming. And I love it. My wife absolutely hates it. Mally and Gabetos are out. Let's see what kind of damage they can get done here. What are they facing off against? A couple of villagers and hand cannoneers. Oh, we've got some Teutonic Knights. The extra melee armor is not going to help them at all against these hand cannoneers. Let's see it. They do close. The Gabetos are right behind them. They've got to avoid these cannonballs because they are melting. Gabeto's not exactly the most HP heavy unit. 3 body problem. Never heard of that. Oh, Myra, Frasier is my #1, absolute #1 favorite show of all time. I grew up watching 10 p.m. was Seinfeld, 10:30 was Frasier. And I watched one episode of the new Frasier and I immediately turned it off. I did not want to sully my memory of the original show with how bad the new one is. But the original Frasier was just absolutely my #1 absolute favorite show. If there's any show I can turn on and watch and laugh my ass off endlessly, even though I know the jokes are coming, even though I can quote you entire lines, it is Frasier. Oh, it's anime? I love Danny DeVito. Did you see him at the Oscars? I usually don't watch the Oscars, but I saw a clip on YouTube of him and Schwarzenegger laughing about how Batman killed them both. Myra, you won't watch it? You should watch the first episode. You never know. Maybe you'll like it. But I don't know. It's hard to watch Frasier on his own you know? He needs Niles to counteract him. He needs the father. You even need the dog. Fraser is one of those characters that's always been good because he plays off of other characters very well. He's like a very reactive character. Even though he has a strong personality himself, it's always in opposition to someone or something. And so when you remove that, I don't know. Also, having a studio laugh track is also like 20 years too late for that. By the way, our Teuton is absolutely getting wrecked at the moment. He is going for farm and monk upgrades. I guess the Teuton can heal his units from twice the distance, but when your entire army is right here and it's facing an Imperial Age... Actually, is it facing an Imperial Age army? Yeah, it is. Okay, but we've got some Malian Cavaliers. Do they have Farimba? Tell me you've got Farimba. Yes, you do. Well, you don't have his iron casting, it looks like, and right as I say that, no. Still just gets forging at the moment. So let's look at what's happening around the map. We've got Valis desperately trying to bust into the Japanese base, but the Japanese, together with the Franks, are putting up an interesting defense here. I wanted to see Paladins, so of course ACCM is going Halberdiers and Hand Cannoneers. All right, make of that what you will. As a whole bunch of Celtic Siege very slowly. Furor Celtica doesn't look like it. Is plodding its way to the front lines here just so they can probably cut a path through the forest and let these Arambai run amok. And over here, our Farimba camels in 25 camels, Farimba Cavaliers in 25 seconds. 20 seconds are going to have iron casting. Pardon me. Do not take the engagement yet. What does our Teuton have? 3 spearmen. Does he not have redemption? Why is he converting the hand cannoneers and not the bombard cannons? Or at least convert the war wagons. He gets them. He gets one at least. Wow, the power of conversion and the power of Farimba here. These Cavaliers, they attack stronger than a Paladin. A 21 attack is absolutely insane. Bombard manages to get a Cavalier. When's the last time we saw that? When the hell did we see that? Chris, you're cursed. Sorry guys, I'm catching up on chat as well as we watch this push here. Oh yeah, and here we go. The Celt is here, and the Celt has brought a whole bunch of Halberdiers. Why Halberdiers? There's Furor Celtica. Now your Onager has a 98 HP. David Hyde Pierce did carry that show. Niles was absolutely the best. Every single time he whipped out a handkerchief to wipe down the seat at the coffee shop, I was just dying of laughter. I couldn't take it. I loved it so much. Ooh, is Henry Cavill involved in the Warhammer 40k? Niles Hayden, first of all, welcome to the live stream. And yeah, him loving Daphne was amazing. I love that story arc when she's about to get married to the lawyer and she runs away with him. That was fantastic. Arambai does not dodge bullet. The Arambai, what they do is they miss a lot, but everything that lands does 15 damage. In Age of Empires, usually when you have a ranged unit, if the arrow misses and lands on a different unit, it does half the damage. But the Arambai does full damage, even though it missed its original target. And by the way, yikes. All the Celtic Trebs have just gone destroyed. Richard, thanks for joining. Hopefully see you in the next one. I always say I want to live stream during the weekend, but it never kind of works down to Yepseong as well for our Korean. Yeah, of course it's all his. He's I don't know if I believe that. Do you guys believe the story of Henry Cavill and The Witcher when he said the producers told him to calm down because he was such a fanboy and he was giving them notes about the character and stuff? Bombards yet again landing a decent shot on these Cavaliers. Our Teuton, what is he adding? He's adding monks, and now they're converting pikemen. But these are Farimba cavalry units, so they're going to pack a punch. Why is this group to the north not helping out? Why is this group to the north not helping out? Putin, does he have block printing? No, he does not. Why? Because he is still in Castle Age. Our Teuton just now clicked up to the next stage. Let's see what's going on. Bit of a stalemate kind of on both sides developing here. There is chivalry for our Frank. Oh, tell me our Frank. He's got full blast furnace, of course, for the halberdiers, but now he's getting knight or cavalry upgrades. I don't see a single cavalry unit. ACCM has 800 gold. He's got enough gold for the cavalier. Doesn't have enough gold for the paladin. Not exactly the Burgundian with their 50% stable techs cheaper discount. There must be a better way of saying that. But with chivalry, I'm really hoping we get to see some Frankish paladins because they desperately need it right now. They need a tank unit to absolutely overwhelm this army. Halberdiers are not doing it. There's the cavalier upgrade. ACCM, he's getting some market upgrades as well. Let's see how he balances his economy. Let's see him go up to paladin. He either can spam cavaliers or he can go up to the paladin upgrade. He can't do both. He does not have the gold. He's got 500 gold. Malian basically carrying the game here on the right side of the map as these Teutonic monks. I mean, if you're gonna go monks, you better micro them a little bit better than this. More than half of them are full faith. And with full faith, there's block printing, there's theocracy, there's illumination. Oh, okay, he is going full balls to the wall. Monks is our Teuton. And what is our... There's Paladin! Frankish Paladin, but he doesn't have the gold. These are not Pole Cavaliers. These are just full price. So he's going to have to balance his economy. He's going to have to ask for some gold from his teammates. I love Henry Cavill. I used to... there used to be a TV show called The Tudors. Tudors. I don't know how to pronounce it. About Henry VIII with what's the name of that actor? Reese something. Yet another actor whose name I can never remember. Great bombard ball. And now the monk sniper lines are going to start. These are full theocracy, full block printing monks, full illumination monks. They're absolutely going to shred the army count of Team Southwest. But what I like about Henry Cavill is I like his videos where he builds his computers. Because a lot of people, it's cool to call yourself a nerd these days. It's cool to call yourself a dork. But Henry Cavill walks the walk and talks the talk. Yeah, I was also excited for The Witcher and ultimately disappointed. Okay, let's see how many. He's got 7 paladins. Is ACCM too late? His stables are very exposed. Oh, he's losing his BBCs. Oh, that is very sour for our Frank. Although the Japanese has managed to escape and decentralize his base. For some reason, the Celt has stopped attacking that base. So our Japanese has a full going economy, which maybe he can use to sling. Oh, he's selling 500 food for 70 gold. That is shitty. Maybe he can sling our Frank, who is going up to 22 paladins. But is it too little, too late? Upgrades fully upgraded. Look at this beast. I mean, we saw the Viper try to take these on with Manaspas. Oh, man, yesterday. But we'll see how well they do. Hand Cannoneer versus Hand Cannoneer. Malian versus Burgundian. The Burgundian wins that. Remember, their Hand Cannoneers inexplicably do 25% more damage. Something that I always felt belonged to the Bohemians, not the Burgundians. Town Center one-shotted. Oh, almost one-shotted. Now the Frankish Paladins are engaging, but they're engaging uphill in a clump. Oh, that was disgusting. 55 kills for 43. Arambai is not great. As our Celtic Siege pummels the Frank to the right, the Arambai are pummeling him to the left. And even with fully upgraded, even with husbandry. They are having a really rough time trying to get up that hill to those Arambi. Yeah, needless you, that exactly, that's what I'm talking about. The guy has enough money to buy enough computers to mine Bitcoin to the moon, and yet decides to build his own. That's how you know he's an actual nerd. Chris, there may still be some hope for our Teuton. His team is ahead. They're holding the line in the east, but to the west, these Arambi are just mowing through these paladins. What a waste of paladins here. And now the annoying Celtic infantry that moves a little bit quicker than usual, a little bit faster than the Lithuanians, is here. And the Burgundian 17+4 is going to shred these hand cannoneers. But a bunch of light cav. What is our Teuton doing now? Our Teuton is also going up the paladins. He's got no units whatsoever, but he is investing in upgrades for his cavalry. How many stables does he have? 2 stables. Maybe he's got more somewhere else. Our Teuton is expanded all over the map, by the way. If you look at the mini-map, there's a lot of blue. What is BG3? Every time I see BG, my mind just jumps to Battlestar Galactica. Oh no, the stables. 5 paladins and you, 5 paladins and you, 2 paladins. Okay, you know what? 20 paladins could cause a lot of trouble for this army. Especially now that it's kind of carved up in left and right. Let's see when ACCM decides to ungarrison these guys. Oh, Baldur's Gate. And here we go, let's see it. Oh, the mobility of the Arambi, which moves just a little bit slower, but mobile nonetheless. And now he's going after the Treb. Oh, ACCM, just a few minutes too late with those paladins, I feel like. You think KP boys are going to win it for the Teutons? I don't know. I don't know about this many freaking hand cannoneers. And I don't know about these Yepsiong towers with their 13 range. Sorry guys, I had to mute my mic as I sneezed. Farimba trying to make some kind of dent. Get one Treb, but abscond before they all die. So yet again, one team pushing in through one side, one team getting pushed in through the other side. But look at this massive sea of Arambi. I don't know why they're moving so weird. 60 Arambi. I'm hearing yaks screaming. In the distance, the Arambi disperse like a fart in a room, trying to get as much damage as possible. Our Japanese halberdiers, what are the upgrades on you? Fully upgraded, attack 33% faster. If they can just close on the Arambi, they will shred them to pieces. Oh, and our Frank gets discovered. ACCM, by the way, has lost his base. This is the last town center of his. And now the Burmese discovers it. So what did I tell you about Valis? Either 1,000 Arambi or 1,000 battle elephants. And he went the route of the Arambi. Oh, you guys are mentioning a lot of video games that I have not played or even heard of. But the bottom line, video games are awesome. Oh no, ACCM gets his town center up right as the Treb. Oh no, never mind, he's attacking the Treb. Let's see if he can get it. Let's see who wins first, the weak pikeman or the Arambi. The Arambi. Oh, they saved the Treb. And now this town center is in jeopardy. But is there a follow-up to halberdiers? And you best believe these Arambi are gonna hug this Treb like there's no tomorrow. There's no risk of any of these halberdiers closing in. But holy shit, where did you come from? Stagger them, stagger them, stagger them. He does. Oh, who needs a social life when you have video games? Treb goes down. ACCM is safe for now. Looks like he's rebuilding a bunch of town centers here, as is our Japanese, whose expansions are getting absolutely demolished here. Our Teuton is with Paladin with 7 melee armor. Okay. So Teemo doing a decent job. Ooh, if he can bust through this forest here and surprise. But this is a lot of towers. This is a lot of towers that attack on a 15. And they are not stopping. There is I wonder how many towers there are here. 17. Yikes. Looks like Moore has 1,000 stone, so no risk of running out of stone for these towers. I don't even know what the hell is happening here. It looks like our Burgundian with his Hussars is trying to carve up a little bit of these Malian farmers, but in come the Teutonic Paladins. They're trying to take on Korean Halberdiers, which the only infantry unit they get a discount on when it comes with their wood discount. But extra melee armor is going to help a little bit, not against that plus 32 bonus, but a little bit against tanking. And where are the Aram by Valis? 175 kills, raining down darts on farms for days. I want to see these Arambai in action. Look at these darts. Come on, attack something with all 60. Oh my god. What can contest these Arambai? Definitely not a handful of very badly bruised and damaged halberdiers. Teutonic trade netting 98 gold. We are approaching the 1 hour mark of this game. It kind of looks like Team Northeast is winning this. I mean, based on score, easy thing to say, but Team Southwest is just being pushed into a nook, pushed into a corner here. And our Burgundian is going... He's adding a bunch of trash. Oh, they got gunned down by the Siege Onager. 23 kills. Any friendlies? 8 friendlies. That's like a 30% friendly kill rate. Yikes. Somehow ACCM has amassed 21 paladins. And he's going up to 24. So if he can get a good amount of paladins, although no, never mind. Look at this. This is insurmountable for his paladin army. Look at Valis. Look at Valis. Look at this. They just lowered their pants, whipped out an ass cheek, injected a bunch of steroids, and now they're going bonko. And holy shit, 67 halberdiers. The Frankish paladin sees it, immediately runs away. Look at the box formation. Look at the box formation out of Menunez. Learning from the British Imperial Expeditionary, or rather the British Expeditionary Force. He loves his box formation here, and then it collapses as it moves. Does a little bit of a pirouette to the north. Okay, well, I mean, Celtic Siege Onagers should do a good job here. They're not exactly Mongol with drill, but with more HP, they can take more of a pounding, but they're kind of getting stuck behind trade carts here. If they can get a few shots off against these hand cannoneers, let the paladins deal with the halberdiers. I mean, Korean halberdiers are not exactly the strongest. They're missing blast furnace. So they do cap out an 8 attack against the 7 armor of the paladin. Because it is, of course, a Teutonic paladin. And oh my god, ACCM says, you know what? Forget it. I know I can't compete with you when it comes to my my paladins attacking your Arambai, but what I can do is just run by and go after your trade. But so does Valis, and down goes all the gold. 36 massive gold is being thrown out. And Valis, by the way, being ridiculously careful with these Arambai. Do you notice it? He's not risking them at all. 13 of them have died or peeled off to go somewhere to fight these paladins, maybe. More paladins, 28 of them to be... oh my god, he's got a cannon galleon training? Does he have a cannon galleon training? Oh my goodness. But Valis is being so careful with these Arambai. hugging these halberdiers. Let's see what's going on to the north. Oh my god, the Teuton is just single-handedly stopping on the left. The Malian is getting pummeled to the right, though. Cosmonaut is down to 7 hand cannoneers. Where are they? They're right underneath our very eyes. They are gunning down halberdiers, though. That's a pretty good job for them. And look at this. They've kind of stabilized here. If our Celt can get some siege going, if somebody can get a Treb and start working away at these towers, Team Northeast might stand a chance here. To the north. I mean, obviously they're winning this game with the insane Arambi push. And where are the Arambi? There they are. They went a Paladin a-hunting. Oh, and he's gonna sandwich him. He's gonna sandwich him. Remember, the Burmese, their infantry get that +3 attack boost now that they're in Imperial. So Val is still missing Blast Furnace. I don't know if he notices or not. He's got the resources to research it. Where's he going with his Trebs? Why is he retreating? Oh, the Paladins get stuck. The Paladins get stuck, and this is going to be a slaughter. Is he going to get a single Treb? Why did Valus bring his Trebs here? What other unit can melt a Frankish Paladin like that except for 46 frickin' Arambi? A random red Hussar inserts himself into here. I mean, this is just like a gaping wound right now. Team Southwest is just pushing in more and more halberdiers. Okay, let's see. Let's see what Menunez can get done here. Couple of terrible attack rounds so far. I bet he wishes these were Korean with 1 minimum range instead of 3. Peels off 1 to the left. Sacrifices. Oh, never mind. No sacrifice at all. Manages to save all 4. Very impressive game out of Micro out of Menunez. Got a whole bunch of Japanese halberdiers taking on these Korean halberdiers. Genoese crossbows. Uh-oh. Cannon Galleon. Ah, it didn't last very long. Was that a transport ship? Did I see a transport ship for our Frank? Doth my eyes deceive me? Trade card bringing what kind of booty? 49 whole gold. And it is going to die very quickly to these towers. Our Burgundian, by the way, doing an amazing job just inserting a whole bunch of these units into the backs of the bases. Wait a second. What is going on? Is Team Southwest pushing this back? Okay, look at the scores. They're identical. I don't know what to say. Why did Valus retreat with his Arambi? Because that gave the Burgundian an opportunity here with the Japanese halberdiers to push back. Not that they're going to do very well now. They're just going to get shot to death to the north by the castle, to the south by the Arambi. Holy shit. What a waste of halberdiers. Chaos is not exactly floating a lot of resources right now. So throwing away these halberdiers isn't great. 24 Frankish Paladins. Where, oh, where are you? Okay, some over here. And all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on in this game. The scores are literally 2% apart. For Rimba, light cav, Frankish Paladins, but where are they going? Are they going after the bombard cannon? Oh, they're going after something. They're going after something. Why are they just hanging out here? Sorry, not after the bombard cannon. That's on the same team. I completely brain farted there. I do apologize. Oh, now we're going Burmese. Now we're going Burmese infantry. How many kills on these two paladins? Only 7, 8 now. But they are going to absolutely gut the back of Valus's base. Does Valus notice he's not really sending any support here? He's not population capped at the moment. How do you stop the Arambi death ball? Onagers, I want to say. Or just throw successive waves and waves and waves of units at it. The Arambi, by the way, has the same weakness that the Ratha does. The main weakness of that. Look at him parading these halberdiers. Look at Menunez, so confident. The Ratha's main weakness is that it has basically every armor class, and so it's countered by every unit. The Arambai is the same. It has archer armor, cavalry armor, and cavalry archer armor. And by the way, because we have a Japanese in the game, it also has unique unit armor. So a samurai would do absolutely well and gut it. But now the Burmese forget the Arambai. He is here with these. Take a look at the attack of this. Oh my god, why can't I click on this unit of this champion? 20 attack. And unlike the Aztecs who need to research Garland Wars, that +3 is free of charge. Ooh, Hufnitze would also be a very good. Chris, that's funny. By the way, purple is ever so slowly. Let's see how many towers he's got now. 35, he's doubled the tower count. Ever so slowly, purple is just inserting himself into the center here, cutting orange off. I really do wonder why Valis retreated and now he's returning. Arambai need to help out here. That Mangonel is going to die, but how many paladins will die in exchange? Just 2? Okay, not a bad get for ACCM. So if ACCM and Chaos to Win can hold the line down south, then Moore and Nolo are just going to crush this game. I mean, look at this. Even if their army gets destroyed, Team Northeast is going to take about 1,000,000 years to get rid of all of this infrastructure. So it's absolutely brilliant what they've been doing, placing all that infrastructure there. Although I suspect this game is going to end and I don't want to say very soon, just because army counts are still 170 to 220. Trade is bringing in how much gold? 59. Ugh. It looks like Valis did stabilize up north with a few halberdiers, it looks like. Although 0 kills. Was it the town center that got the kills? Yeah, it looks like the town center actually got the paladins at the end. Fishing industry is under attack by the Franks. A chevauchee declared against the poor fishermen. And here you go. That's how you get the Arambai. Holy shit. Okay, we're gonna have to rewind to the 115 mark because Valis just lost his entire Arambai army. Chris, everyone, that's how you get rid of Arambai. I'm gonna have to rewind to 115. Remind me at the end of the game, please, to rewind to 115 if I don't remember, because that was absolute brutal. But in exchange, he now has champions, which are gonna shred through any kind of trash units. So now Team Southwest looks like they are actually, you know what? The map is kind of carved in half. Army counts are still only 50, 60 apart. John, we very much are still here. A magic trick, that's funny. Like the Joker. How do I make these Arambai disappear? Heath Ledger Joker, by the way, with the pencil trick. Got our Arambai, our light cavalry rather, moving in. I believe they do come with an archer bonus, although not really going to be very helpful here. And look at this. Our Burgundian knows if they can just hold the line to the south, then the Korean push to the north will absolutely shred through everything and win them the game. And so that is exactly what they're trying to do. Valis, low on gold, is replenishing his army with trash. He needs more food. Forget 42 villagers on wood. You don't need wood. He sent wood to Menunez. Interesting. He sent it to the Celt. And what is our Celt doing with it? More Trebs, more Rams. So they know they have to bust through here. They know they have to get this Burgundian wall down. Oh, John, we're going to be talking about gunpowder forever. Oh, R.I.P. Heath Ledger, yeah. I mean, look at the mini-map to the north. It is on fire. To the south, one area is under attack. To the north, literally the entire... Oh, the paladins! They now the fishing ships don't have anywhere to return their food. And they're just basically dead weight now. And so, of course, he deletes them. I'm glad we caught that on camera. As our Celt says, you know what? Forget that. If I can't have food, I might as well just use the population space. Two things I want to do at the end of this game. Number one, I want to see how many towers our Korean has. And number two, I want to go back to the 1 hour, 15 minute mark to see exactly how those Arambai died and Cosmonaut's the last one left. What an absolute epic game. Okay, let's do the first one real quick. Let's see how many Yapseong towers we're working with. 42. What is the meaning of life? 42, says Moore, our purple Korean, as he plants down a whole bunch of hitchhiker towers. And then I'm going to go to 115 afterwards, but I want to take a look at the stats while they're nice and fresh here. I mean, I'm exhausted just, I'm exhausted after the end of that game. I'm absolutely exhausted. Hussars for Nolo? Really? This was the most produced unit for Team Southwest? Really? I thought for sure it was going to be the Halberdiers out of our Japanese. This is not a surprise, our Celt. Or out of our Korean, rather. But really, this was the most trained unit? Oh, kill count may not be very high for that team. Our Frank with the most trade. Our biggest donor is our Celt. Our biggest recipient is our Teuton, who gave nobody nothing. Keeping his Teuton geld to himself. Taking basically this entire amount for himself. Kills. Oh, yeah, we didn't even breach 1,000. That's very sour. So 977 for our Celt. Also destroying the most buildings. 8-6. Who had the most on Team South? 886 for our Burgundian. It must be those hand cannoneers. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's see. 1 hour 15. Brian, thanks for reminding me. So at this point, Valis has 21 Arambai. Okay. Let's go back another minute. So it looks like he did lose a bunch of Arambai initially. Okay, we saw this. We saw him zoning out the Frankish Paladins. And then what happens? They chase into the Halberdiers. They retreat. They chase in again. And now something happens. Valis stops paying attention. Valis stops paying attention, and they were going after the Paladins, and just like that, in the blink of an eye, in the blink of a freaking eye, they disappear. Holy shit. That is the absolute brutality that is a Japanese infantry unit that attacks 33% faster. Absolute brutality. But more importantly, I kind of want to go back a few more minutes. What happened to his Arambai count? Why did it get cut in half? We saw the peacocking here out of gray. We pivoted away to look away. And now he moves in. Maybe he's just sacrificing them so he can get champions. But he went from 40 to 20. So we saw this battle as I was desperately trying to click on a green champion. Oh, the Bombards. The Bombards are doing the dirty work. 16 Arambai killed, or at least 10 Arambai. And yeah, now he's been knocked down to 24. So first kick in the nuts from the Bombard, the Burgundian Bombard. Second kick to the nuts, the one that debilitated him, was this absolute badass unit, the Japanese Halberdier. Wow. Well, that was a very fun game. Let me catch up on the chat. Yeah, Chris, at the end, that was just a mistake. Thank you, John. And welcome to the live stream. Unfortunately, it's over. Oh, man. I really do wonder whether he threw those Arambai to make room for those champions. Because, again, a fully upgraded Burmese champion with that free +3 attack. I mean, look at it. It attacks on a 20. And like I said, with the Aztecs, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for Garland Wars. You don't have to pay for that with the Burmese. It's free of charge. But in any event, everyone, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so for lasting 2 hours. For taking some Age of Empires Viagra with yours truly. And before you head out, please do hit that like button, as I have to do a little bit of self-promotion. But aside from that, again, everyone, thanks so much. Swatang, Brian, Needless, you, John Yang, was nice to see you. Chris, I'm glad we got to see a Berber game, although you were 0 for 2 tonight. Keishi, thank you so much. Good morning to you as well. And guys, if you haven't done so yet, if you're into things like Discord and community games, do click the pinned comment. There's a link to the Discord, and we're going to start doing some fun games because we have an awesome community here. And so it would be a shame not to play some community games. After all, casting and watching is fun. Let's try to kill each other on the battlefield, or at least you guys try to kill each other as I cast it. But until then, everyone, thanks so much. Myra, thanks as well for joining, and everyone have a fantastic rest of your day, whether you're going to sleep or just waking up or are on your lunch break or just finishing work or whatever the hell time of day it is for you. Have a fantastic day. Good night, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.